This week I wanted to look at situations involving establishing a suit in a no-trump contract. Very often when you're playing in no-trump you can establish extra tricks in a long suit, sometimes giving up a trick along the way. And I want to look at some examples of that. First of all, have a look at this hand. This was actually a hand that I played recently. I was north, I opened one spade. South, my partner responds 2 clubs, and I rebid 2 spades. What do you think South should rebid now? Well, you've got 14 points. It doesn't seem like there's any prospect of finding a fit in a major suit. And I would just go for 3 no trump, I think. You've got good stoppers in the other suits. And when I actually played this hand, my partner actually bid, instead of bidding 3 no trump, they bid 3 diamonds. You can actually see my hand here after 3 diamonds. I didn't really know what to bid. I had to bid 3 spades. But really, South could just bid 3 no trump here themselves. So let's suppose you end up in 3 no trump, and suppose the opponents lead a heart. Let's stop to make a plan and count our top tricks. And this one is really easy because you have 8 top tricks, don't you? You've got the ace king in all 4 suits. Obviously, to make you're going to try and make more if you can, and you just need to identify the best suit. And I think it's clubs. First of all, you've got more of them than any other suit, and also they're quite strong. So I think we have a great chance to make extra tricks in clubs, and that's what we're going to do. So let's win that first one, and we'll just cash the ace and king of clubs here. And everyone follows. Oh, the jack drops. That's interesting. That's good news. That means that the opponents will only probably make 1 club now with the queen. And all I need to do now is get back to my hand, maybe with a diamond, and I'll play another club. The queen takes that. Actually, they all follow, so when I get back now with a heart, I can now take my remaining club tricks. Okay, so I'll take my 2 clubs. I've got a diamond and 2 spades to make, and I don't think I can make much more than that. Oh, okay, and the opponents take the last trick, and I make 10 tricks there. Okay, so if I just rewind that just to show you the 4 hands, you can see that on any reasonable distribution I'll be able to make probably a couple more club tricks. Let's try another one. Here North opened a weak 2 diamonds, and what should South bid? Well, you've got a lot of points there, 18 I think. It seems like 3 no trump is going to be a good contract. The opponents lead a spade, and if we count our top tricks, we've got 2 spades, 1 heart, 2 diamonds, and 2 clubs. That's 7 tricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And where's our best chance for more? It's in diamonds. Diamonds, we have a good chance to make more tricks, but we need to think about how many diamonds do we have, which is 8. Therefore, the opponents have got 5, and the most likely distribution is 3-2. If it is 3-2, we're going to have to lose 1, and because of the lack of entries to the north hand, we need to do that early on. So let's win the first trick and immediately give up a diamond. We're not expecting to make this one, but when we regain the lead and we play another diamond, now if everyone follows to that, now we know our diamonds are going to run. So I'll now cash the remaining diamond tricks. They're all good. Okay, and I can certainly take 2 more clubs and the ace of hearts. After that, the opponents may well get in, but we'll make our 10 tricks there on that hand. Just have a look at that. All it really needed was that the diamonds divided 3-2. Let's look at a slight variation of that. Similar hands here, and again, suppose the opponent starts off with a spade, which we take. It's interesting now, if we play the Jack of Diamonds, what should West play? Well, West should actually play the Queen. They should actually beat that with the Queen. If they don't, I don't know if you can see that the Jack will actually take the trick, and then you'll be able to run all the diamonds, making them all. So actually, the right card for West to play, if you use that GAIB button, is actually the Queen. And what should you play from the North hand? Well, you must resist the temptation to play an honour there. You must let them win that one. Otherwise, you'll only make 2 diamond tricks. So just play low. Whatever they play back, you've still got stoppers. And now you're going to be able to take the remaining diamond tricks. Okay, and you've still got your clubs and 1 heart at least. Okay, so on that one, again, we can make 10 tricks. Let's look at another one. This one's quite interesting. You go 1 spade, 2 clubs, 3 no trump. And if we count our top tricks, we've got 2 spades, 1 heart, 2 diamonds, and 3 clubs. That comes to 8. Count it again if you're not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So where can we make another trick from? Well, spades is a possibility, but the other better chance is the clubs. Now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clubs. That means the opponents have got 6. And if we're really lucky, the cards will be divided 3-3, and you'll be able to make 5 club tricks. However, most of the time, that won't be the case. Most of the time, the opponent's clubs will not be divided 3-3. 4-2 is more likely. And in that case, to make a 4th trick, you have to duck 1. So you're giving up the chance to make 5 tricks here to give yourself a greater chance of making 4 tricks in clubs. And if you play this way, although sometimes you'll miss out on that extra 5th club, it is the right way to play, because you'll be compensated more often by making 4 clubs every time they divide 4-2. So if we bring up the 4 hands, you can see that on this layout they are actually divided 4-2. So we're going to win the first diamond and then give up a club. Okay, deliberately let them win that. Whatever they play now, we can win the second diamond, and now we can cash our clubs. We'll take our ace and king. And when we play the clubs out, he's just got some discarding decisions to make here. He should probably keep his spades here. Why? Because declarer bids spades. So even though you've only got the 10, 9, 8, it may well be the right suit to hang on to. East may discard the wrong thing here, and again he's got another discard to make. And if he discards poorly, not only will you make your clubs, but you'll find that when you take your spades, that your last spades are also good too. Okay, so you should make at least 9 tricks with a chance of more, depending on what the opponents discard there. Let's try another one. This is 1 no trump, passed out, and West leads the Queen of Hearts. Incidentally, on this hand, although you've got a 5-card spade suit, so you could be thinking of opening 1 spade, because it's such a weak suit, maybe a better choice is 1 no trump on this hand. The problem with bidding 1 spade, if your partner now bids say 2 of suit, is that you then have to rebid your very weak 5-card suit. So they lead the Queen of Hearts, and let's stop and count our tricks, which are what? 2 hearts, 1 diamond, and 1 club. Those are our top tricks, 4 tricks there. And obviously clubs looks like the best chance for more. So we're going to try to go for the clubs. Now, there are different ways you could play the clubs. We could win this one in dummy and try the club finesse. The problem is that even if that would work, we then might have no entries back to dummy's long club suit. So a much better plan is to preserve your King of Hearts as an entry and give up on that club finesse. Yes, take the ace and then just play the ace of clubs and another club. Now we've got to be careful here to overtake so that we can carry on in clubs. If they don't take their king here, they do take their king, and well, they might play a heart here, but we're actually also quite vulnerable in spades. They don't really know that necessarily. If they do the best they can, which is to take a spade, they can now cash a number of spade tricks. That's 2 rounds gone, and East might well take a 3rd round. However, he needs to think a little at this point here. 10 have gone, he's got 11. If he plays another spade, he's setting up a spade for Declarer, so maybe it's best not to. Again, you can click on this GIB link and you can see that cashing the Jack of Spades gives Declarer an over trick, whereas playing anything else, such as a diamond, does not. If you play a diamond, Declarer can win that one, and he's got the King of Hearts in dummy so that he can cash those last 3 club tricks. Okay, and that comes to 7 tricks. Whatever happens now, the opponents will take the last 2 tricks, and you'll be held to 7 tricks on that one. Okay, and let's have a look at one last one here. 2 no trump here, and North raises you to 4 no trump. Now, if you let's stop a minute and count our points. We've got 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22. So our 2 no trump showed a range of 20 to 22. We're right at the top end of that. 4 no trump in response to 1 no trump or 2 no trump is not Blackwood, but is invitational. So we bid 6 no trump. And the opponents lead the Jack of Spades. So let's stop to count our tricks. We've got 2 spades, 3 hearts, that's 5 tricks. We hope to make all 4 diamonds. That comes to 9 tricks there. And we've got at least 2 clubs, 10, 11. So we have 11 likely top tricks here. Where can we make more from? Well, it's clubs, isn't it? Clubs, we hope, will provide at least 1 more trick. And what we've got there is the 7, 4, 3, 2 opposite the Ace, King, Jack. And if ever you want to try out combinations like this, you can download a program called Suit Play, which allows you to enter any suit combination you like. It runs on Windows, and it will tell you the best way to play that. So you can either enter it just a normal thing like this, or you can actually specify things like there are only so many entries to dummy, or things like that. But we'll just enter it as it is now. And what it does is it comes up with the recommended line of play, which it's underlining here, and also shows you your chance of success. So here it's saying that my chance of making 3 tricks here is 68.97%. And the chance of making all 4 tricks is not bad either. It's 17.76. So we have a good chance to make at least 3 tricks here. And what it's saying is that the way you play this is you start off by cashing a high honor. So you might play the ace first, okay, and then it's now saying you should lead now towards your honour. So you might lead the 3, and whatever the opponents play now, it's saying you should finesse the jack. Okay, so let's put that into practice. We'll win the first trick with the king, and you might try the clubs right away, but it's not a bad idea on this hand to actually cash your 4 diamonds. We're expecting to make 4 diamonds here, and we hope that running them will put pressure on the opponents. Maybe someone has got the queen of clubs protected and will discard from that holding. So let's start off with a diamond, ace of diamonds. Everyone follows to the king as well. That's great news. So now we can take the queen, and we cash our last diamond just to make life hard. We're hoping that someone will maybe discard a club. Okay, West discards a club, so that's actually quite good news. That probably means that they, to my way of thinking, are less likely to have the queen. All right, it's more likely to be in the east hand now, or they would have maybe kept their clubs to guard it. So I'm going to now execute the line of play that Superplay recommends, which is to start off with a high honour, the ace or the king. I can cross back to dummy with the ace of hearts, and now when a club is played, I'm going to play the jack. Okay, and if I'm lucky, that will win the trick. Okay, even if the finesse loses, there's a chance you'll make a 4th trick with your 4th trick with your 4th club there. So as it is, I'm going to cash my king, and today's my lucky day because the queen falls. Remember, West also discarded a club earlier, so your 4th club is a trick as well. All I need to do is get back to dummy and cash that club. I can discard a spade on that, and I've got the last 2 tricks. So I can actually make 13 tricks on this hand by playing the clubs in that way. I was lucky with the clubs there. Okay, so that's it on playing suits, playing a no trump contract, establishing long suits, and you can see all my videos on my YouTube website, Tony Store Bridge Class.